Welcome to my channel. I'm going to talk about fear of ethnicization of the presidential election in 2023. And it's all about identity politics. Now, it appears that some people are not ready to address the issues, the problems facing the country, and they are getting agitated that their preferred candidate is not getting the necessary acceptability they thought he had. They have resorted back to the trenches to resurrect ethnic politics. But even in midst of that, there's also light shining upon darkness to show that there are still men of conscience, men of honor in Nigeria. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu entered the presidential race with his eyes wide open. If you remember, before the kickoff of the serious political campaign leading to the primaries of political parties and the emergence of presidential candidates and other candidates for various positions, the Afenifere, the Ohaneze, the Middle Belt Forum had insisted that power in 2023 should shift to the South. Even the Southern Governors Forum insisted on that. That was because after 8 years of a Northern president, Muhammad Buhari, there is an understanding that power should go to the South. Now, if he's going to the South, which part of the South is he supposed to go to? In the South, there are 3 zones. The Southwest has done 8 years as president under Obasanjo, and they have done 8 years under Professor Yemi Osinbajo as vice president. The South have done 4 years as president and extra 1 year as president also, meaning that Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was president for 5 years. So common sense, fairness, justice, and equity indicate that presidential power should be vested in Southeast Nigeria that have never held any of these top 2 positions since 1999. Now, based on that gentleman's arrangement, PDP ought to have zoned its presidential ticket to the South, particularly to the Southeast, given the fact that it was the North that contested the 2019 presidential election, which they lost. But along the line, Atiku Abubakar used money to emerge the presidential candidate of PDP, because the PDP eventually was disorganized by Atiku Abubakar, and the party leadership succumbed to his pressure, and they threw the presidency open. Atiku hijacked it. Now, APC that was able to cede power to the South, ordinarily, it is Southeast APC members that ought to have contested for the primaries if APC had the mind to zone it to the Southeast. But even at that, there is an given this understanding, somebody like Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not supposed to have presented himself at all. He ought to have agreed with Afenifere, with Middle Belt Forum, with Ohaneze and Pandef, but he did not. He struggled and did all that he could. He has gotten the mandate. Now he's in a dilemma because if you look at when South was united in 2011, South was able to make it easy for Jonathan to become president in 2011 because out of the 17 states in southern Nigeria, Jonathan won 16 with the exception of Osun State. It was easier for Jonathan to now get any other 7 states in the north, especially North Central, and he was good to go, and that was how he became president. Okay? Now, at that period, Buhari won Northeast, Northwest, but it was not enough for him to be president because when South is united, it's always easy for a certain presidential candidate to win, as exemplified by Dr. Goodluck Jonathan. Now, South is divided now because Asuwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is not supposed to be in the race, because when you are talking about justice, fairness, and equity, you are talking about it is the turn of the people of the Southeast to produce the president. Now, if power is coming to the South and Southwest has come to grab it, what is the difference between Southwest and Fulani they used to complain against? If you read several articles that late Bola Ige used to write under the name Uncle Bola's column in Tribune, he was always emphasizing and hitting Fulani domination of Nigeria. That Fulani use every opportunity to dominate Nigeria. And that cost him a lot. And that was why even Afenifere could not recommend him to become the presidential candidate of Alliance for Democracy in 1999. Because they could not sell him to the North because he had been hitting them. But he was saying the mind of the average Yoruba man. Until today, the average Yoruba man still insists that there is an agenda of Fulani domination. Now, Fulani domination is being replaced. If Tinubu emerges, it means that Fulani domination means nothing to people of Southwest. But I'm happy there are those in Southwest who disagree with the Tinubu candidacy. And that is why Tinubu is desperate. And that is why the governor of Lagos State, who is the surrogate governor sitting in for Tinubu, is also desperate. Okay? There wouldn't have been any need for this desperation. Because right now they feel threatened by Mr. Peter Obi of Labour Party. Because they failed to do the right thing. They have seen that there are a sizable number of Yoruba people who are fair-minded, who are of the opinion that it is unfair to treat people of Southeast with disdain the way that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing it. Any Southwest person who is supporting Tinubu has no moral right to complain about Fulani domination of Nigeria. Has no moral right to complain against Islamization of Nigeria. Because it means that if given the opportunity, they will even do worse than the Fulani. The reason why they have not done it is because they never had the opportunity. You can see small opportunity that some people in the Southwest had. I say some, I don't mean all. They are backing, some of them are backing Tinubu, knowing that this is injustice. It's not that there are no capable people in Southeast, in APC, that could have been president, but Tinubu has usurped it. And of course, he had enabling allies in northern Muslim governors who helped him to get the ticket. So it means that if Tinubu wins, that's assuming without conceding that he will win, because I have already done some video where I show that there's no way Tinubu can win this election. It means that Yoruba people who ought to be fair-minded are no different from the Fulanis. So they have no moral right to complain that Fulani want to dominate the country. They have no moral right to talk about self-determination because of Fulani domination, because they are no, they are also as power monger, they are as power hungry as the Fulani. They are ready to dominate. The only reason why they pretend that they are fair-minded people, that they are egalitarian people, that they believe in democracy was just because Fulani was on their standing on their way. If they have opportunity, they would have done even worse than the Fulani, because they saw that the Southeast is in a vulnerable position, so they took advantage of it. Why do I mean vulnerability? Why do I use the word vulnerability? Because they discovered that most of the people in the Southeast do not have the kind of support that Bola Tinubu, had. So he hijacked the process. Also, you know that our politics have been monetized. How do you compete with a man like Tinubu, who has been governor of Lagos State since 1999? And as I keep saying, he's still the governor of Lagos even today. Sanyolu is only a surrogate governor sitting in for him there. So how do you compete in terms of financial warfare when they have weaponized access to the presidency by money? So Tinubu easily got this thing without showing an iota of conscience that this is not fair, this is not just before man and before God. Because if you are talking about that, you want a nation to be built on fairness, justice, and equity. Tinubu have no business being in the race. Because if Tinubu feels he's a strong man, why was he leading the campaign that power should come to the South? He would have said that APC should throw it open so that everybody, even people from Castina, Erofai, Ganduje, everybody can contest. But you can see how Tinubu was sending governor of Ondo State and others to be making noises that for fairness, justice, and equity, the power must return to the South. Why didn't he use his own authority as a jagaban to say, throw it open, I can get it, even if everybody contests, even if Buhari's wife is to be in the race, he can get it. So that is the kind of duplicity and hypocrisy that Tinubu has brought, and that thing has consequences. That is why today he is struggling, because right now Mr. Obi is in the race. So the Southern vote that would have helped Southern candidates is going to be shared. But good enough, Obi is going to win more states in Southern Nigeria than Aswad Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Okay? Now, before I go further in analyzing this, if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. Thank you and God bless you. So the South is now in dilemma. But as I said, Peter Obi is going to win most of the states in the South. And I have done some video to show that. Now, Tinubu and his minders have also realized this. That's why they are desperate. You can see a few days ago, Sanyolu, Sanwo-Olu, the governor of Lagos State, raised the alarm that Yorubas should see Bola Ahmed Tinubu's presidential quest as a Yoruba project. Why did he have to do that? He had discovered that there are many fair-minded Yorubas, I've seen some of them too, who are not in support of Tinubu's presidential ambition, who believe that the presidency should go to the southeast, and who also accepted the fact that of all the presidential candidates, Peter Obi of the southeast is the most able, the most qualified, the most deserving to be the next president of Nigeria in 2023. And he has succeeded in galvanizing the youths of Nigeria and other Nigerians of several demographic ages on his part. So Sanwo-Olu has to raise the alarm because they discovered that many Yorubas are not totally bought into this Tinubu presidency quest. So they now want to use ethnicity to galvanize people on his side. Also, the Professor Banji Akintoye of the leader of Yoruba Nation agitation, one of those secessionist groups that exist around the country, that is supposedly fighting for Yoruba self-determination. He has been recruited by a governor in southwest Nigeria in APC who is close to Tinubu to be quietly mobilizing Yorubas, the professional elites of the Yorubas, to support Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Okay? So he has been doing it quietly, but the thing has leaked to the media. Of course, they may soon come out to deny it. So that is an ongoing project that they are doing. Because I understand that the self-determination group were not really serious about self-determination. It was one of the groups that are being funded to threaten the North to cede power to the South, so that Southwest can grab the power through Tinubu. Those guys are sort of, you know, playing dual role, even though they claim to be agitating group. They have now turned allegedly to support Bola Ahmed Tinubu and are now doing work to recruit Yoruba elite to support Tinubu. If you are on a genuine project that is in line with justice, fairness, and equity, Tinubu don't need to do that. He will have just locked down the whole of the South. Supposing the Southeast had done their own, South had done their own, Southwest have done their own, and they now come again, and Tinubu is a candidate. If the soul of South want to support him, he don't have to struggle like this. So this tendency now to struggle to get the necessary vote, and that is why he was also desperate to give the vice presidential ticket to a Muslim, because he had been convinced that only a northern vice president could give him the votes. Okay? So, and he needed those votes desperately because he cannot guarantee votes of other southern Nigerians because of what he had done. He's in the race when he's not supposed to be in the race. And there's a lot of anger in South towards Tinubu, even in the Southwest too. So he has to go desperate. He has to become very desperate. Now, but in the light, despite all this, The interesting thing is that the leader of Afenifere, Adebanjo, Ayo Adebanjo, he has shown that he's a man of integrity, a man of principle. He has endorsed Mr. Peter Obi, and he has stood his ground that it is the turn of the Southeast to produce the next president of Nigeria, and that Obi is capable enough, better than any of the other candidates, to be able to take this country to the next level. Even though him, Adebanjo, is not very comfortable that anybody can achieve anything tangible under the present constitution that we are using in the country. But history will be kind to him that he ensured Southern unity towards Southeast presidency. He has come out again to endorse Mr. Peter Obi, which is very excellent, which is an indication that it is not unfair to say that Yorubas are, against Peter Obi. There are many Yorubas that are for Peter Obi. They are doing it out of love, out of fairness, justice, and equity. And they are doing it also because they have seen that even Bola Ahmed Tinubu, from his handling of Lagos, did not inspire confidence that he will be a president that will not turn Nigeria to cash cow that Lagos was or is to him. So that is the situation of things. So why is this Ayo Adebanjo's support critical? On a moral perspective, it is important. It shows that Southwest is in tune with Ohaneze, with Pandef, with Middle Belt Forum in insisting that somebody from Southeast should be the next president of the country. Since PDP did not give the ticket to anybody in the Southeast, but the Labour Party did. So they see opportunity of taking the presidency to the Southeast through Mr. Peter Obi, which is very excellent. And I have said it before, and the Director General of Peter Obi Presidential Campaign Organization, Dr. Doyin Okukwe, has also said it, that Mr. Peter Obi will get at least 40 to 45% of the votes of Southwest. And he has done his own investigation too. I have done mine. I've said it before that Peter Obi will give Bola Ahmed Tinubu a run for his money in the Southwest. Because one, the Southwest people have seen what APC had done to them. They are not buying in any different market from the rest of Nigeria. They are not buying gas any different from the rest of Nigeria. They are not buying rice any different from the rest of Nigeria. Their children are not in school while our children of other Nigerians are out of school because of us. There's so much hardship around the country to go around that people of Southeast, of Southwest, cannot claim that there's anything they have benefited, even with Osibanjo being the vice president, even with Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the national leader of APC. So there's enough anger in Yoruba land, just as it is in other parts of Nigeria, that this system that produce APC, that have turned this country from a very promising country in 2015 to the poverty capital of the world, needs to be changed. So with such moral boost to Peter Obi's campaign from the Southwest, you know that Mr. Peter Obi is going somewhere in the Southwest, just as he's going somewhere in all the zones in the country. So it is very significant. You cannot rule it out. I have seen some people say, what electoral value does Afenifere have? Afenifere has moral authority. It also have persuasive, excuse me, it also have persuasive authority. It can be able to persuade. It can be able to enlighten. You live the leaders of Afenifere, they live among the people. They know where it pinches them. They can be able to convince several of Yoruba elites, ordinary Yorubas, on the need to be fair-minded. Because if you take advantage of today's position and you want to subjugate the Igbos, what goes around comes around. The other day you were crying of Fulani domination. Today you have opportunity to show that you are no different from the Fulani. But now, if you go along with Tinubu, it means you cannot complain in good conscience about Fulani domination of Nigeria. Because the only reason you are not dominating like the Fulani was that you have never had a chance. You now saw a small opportunity in 2023. You exhibited all the threats of the Fulani and worse. So that is some of the takeaway from this kind of situation. But at the end of the day, Pa Adebanjo's support, which means the support of Afenifere, is in tune with what the Middle Belt want, is in tune with what Pandef want, is in tune with what Ohanese want, is in tune with even what the southern governors want, that power should come to the south. Okay? And the most appropriate place for it to go is southeast, based on justice, fairness, and equity, based on the principle of federal character. So that is very important takeaway from this. So that is the significance of it. With Afenifere backing Peter Obi, you can see that PDP has totally lost out in Southwest. So I don't know the pathway that Atiku Abubakar of PDP is going to be president. He cannot. Atiku, I have said it before, will come a distant third in this 2023 election. That's where he's going to stay. Distant third. This election is going to be election between Peter Obi and Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Peter Obi will have more states, will win more states than Bola Ahmed Tinubu, despite his desperation in Muslim ticket, so that he can be able to get northern Muslims. By the time the Christians come out as massively as they're going to come out from the north, you'll be shocked when the results starts coming out. So that is what I wanted to talk with you. What Pa Adebanjo has done is really commendable. He has shown that he's a man of principle. Because Mahatma Gandhi said that any person, political party that is not ingrained in principle has committed unpardonable sin. It means that party is not for the people. It's just there to grab power. And the leaders who behave like that, like Bola Ahmed Tinubu, means that they are just there. They want to grab power just for power's sake, and not for the interest of the people. Of course, we all know nobody will bribe delegates to get the presidential ticket of any party or governorship ticket of any party, and will go there and will not corner the money of the people. It's not done. They are not Father Christmas. Because if they are Father Christmas, we would have had how many people that Tinubu used to feed on the streets of Lagos. So, at the end of the day, while they are trying to ethnicize the 2023 election, the presidential election in particular, there are some leaders who has who have risen up to show that they are not like Bola Ahmed Tinubu and some of his supporters who are using their ethnicity, their barakbo, to sell Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Say it's one of our own. Don't vote for Peter Obi. Don't do this. Vote for one of our own. But there are millions of Yorubas, fair-minded, who want the best for Nigeria, who are supporting Mr. Peter Obi. And the leader of Afenifere is one of them. That is a sign that there is future, there is hope for Nigeria going forward. Thank you for watching this video. Please, if you are not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell, like this video, share it widely. Because when you subscribe to my channel, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you.